Hello, nice to have you all during this session. Welcome everybody. We are here for the breakout session today to talk about how we want to reach success on our CRM digital transformation. I'm Vincent Julien. I'm the VP Alliance for InsideBoard, and I'm here with Patrice Begoc from BearingPoint. We're going to spend some time with you to share our both experience from different companies, but also some shared experience with our customers. We're going to talk about how we see the different aspects, different tips to be able to succeed on a transformation. And well, let's start first with explaining who is InsideBoard for those who don't know us yet. So InsideBoard is an ISV solution, a software platform, which is the first digital platform for change management. So what we do is in a large transformation project, we work on the employees to make sure they are engaged, they understand, they know what to do, and they know what to work on and succeed at the end of the project. And to do that, we use artificial intelligence to make that happen. Patrice, do you want to explain you a bit more what you all and what is in BearingPoint?
Sure. Hello, Vincent. Thank you very much for having me here with you today. So BearingPoint is a consulting company. We provide consulting and integration services through major accounts all over Europe in different fields, and especially in customer experience. And we are also partners of Salesforce and InsideBoard, obviously. That's why we are here together today.
Very good. Well, let's start on the discussion, and let's start by the beginning, which is, in fact, when to start working on a transformation project and what to do, what to start with.
The first question is easy to answer, Vincent. When to start? It's now. You can't start in the past, and you have to start really quickly, so just start now. For the second question, which is where do you start? I think a bad idea would be to start with the digital itself, the end product. Whenever we start a project concerning digital transformation with our customers, we start with two things. The first thing is, what do your customers want? Okay. Who are they? What do they require of you? It's very important to know that. And the second question is, what is your strategy? What do you want to achieve? So this is where you start.
Yeah, and just to add on this, in InsideBoard, what we suggest to the customer is definitely to start on these topics and to use InsideBoard already at the beginning of the project. Because at the beginning, you can define a strategy, define what it is about, what is the success is about, and then start to engage with the ambassadors, engage with the managers before the project is deployed. So it's important to start at the right time. And what do you see would be the challenges from your clients that you have met since the pandemic has happened?
Yes, they have faced many challenges, and we like to analyze this through a kind of framework, if you will. First, there's the execution. So how do you do things? And obviously the pandemic has been posing challenges as far as execution is concerned, because operations were disturbed, because people could not go to work anymore or as easily as they did before, etc., etc. So first challenge, execution. Let's do things as good as we can in this context, which is quite special. The second topic is about the link that you have with your customers. It is very important to maintain this link, obviously, in the everyday life. And here, too, link has been really much challenged, mainly because people could not go to the places they used to go before, so they were a little bit stuck at home for some time, and also because it was hard to go towards the client as well. So things went from physical to more digital, and this posed a challenge to companies because they needed to, let's say, upgrade their digital. And there is a third dimension to customer relationship, which is emotion. So there's execution, link, and emotion. And as far as emotion is concerned, there was a challenge, but it was also an opportunity for companies, because in this particular time, if you did something special for the client, something more, the extra mile, etc., our studies show that the clients are really sensitive to that. And they were sensitive to that at the time, and they will remember it. Okay, so as far as execution is, emotion is concerned, you could be, let's say, you could gain an advantage from this situation.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I would like to build on what you said about execution. In fact, execution is also what we saw as, in fact, business continuity. And what our customers ask us, the one which I've been using InsideBoard for a specific topic, should be a CRM or an ERP or whatever. In fact, they ask us during the pandemic situation to use InsideBoard for this business continuity, because the link you mentioned about link of employees together were broken at the first lockdown. If we all remember this period where everybody was lost, and in fact the link was lost. So our customers ask us to use InsideBoard to be able to create this link and to make sure that the employees were still interacting together through the platform. Let's continue on this topic. And how is this new paradigm of this hybrid world, this future of work impacted the way companies can see customer experiences?
Well, it has impacted them in many ways, but there are a few things that have to be noted. The first one, I think, is about the great place that has been given to employees, because companies realized that during this, again, particular context, you had to do some sort of DIY sometimes. Infrastructure was not always at the top. So you had to rely on your employees. Yeah. And companies realized that, employees realized that, and a greater place has been given to their initiative, their training, their motivation, all this. So this is, I think, a very important point. The second thing that had changed, I talked about it a little bit already, is execution. Beforehand, when you didn't execute things quite well, you could always make up for it in some sort of way. But since the context is new now, you need to do things well because, let's say, that the particular context, the fact that you're away from your customer, the importance of digital makes it important for you to deliver on your promise more than before, even if you can rely on your employees to compensate for that. And there is a third topic, which is, I think, still an issue for many companies, that's personalization. Digitization is growing. It means that you're away from your customers. It means that you use means of addressing them massively, and massively is not what customers expect. They expect personally. So this is a very big challenge. I think it's a challenge now, and it's a challenge in the years to come.
And today, I really love what you said, because today people don't want to have communication in mass. There is data obesity everywhere, so we need to reduce data, right? So, of course, you can share information to everybody. You can communicate widely, but if it's not personalized, will I be interested by what is communicated? Probably not. Mm-hmm. And that's the essence of what we build in InsideBoard, is how can we talk to every person on an individual way. And of course, if you have a project of transformation where for 10,000, 50,000 people, it's difficult to talk to everybody one by one. So what we did is that we use artificial intelligence, which is a core element of InsideBoard. So we build an engine of artificial intelligence that is capable of talking to every person one by one in a personalized way. That definitely solves the issue of communicating to a mass level. Mm-hmm. So we talk in a very personalized way, person by person, individual by individual. And once we have done that, once we have the artificial intelligence engine is capable to identify the maturity of every employee in the project of transformation, then it's capable also to push information relevant to this person, to push some specific recommendations of actions, of information he needs to learn, which can be, for example, a best practice from a colleague to be able to move to the next step. And this personalization is definitely a key element. So if we go a step back and we look at the blockers of a project, what would it be for you?
Well, there's a few dangers along the road, but maybe two categories of blockers, let's say. First, you have the technical blockers. Some of them are easy to tackle, or at least deserve just the right level of investment. But the risk here is a kind of disconnect, between all the power or the budget or the investment that you put in digital, a kind of front office way of doing business, and all the back office that companies still have that work in the old way, but still that contain all the data that is necessary to be given to the customers, to be shared with the customers, and also front office execution of logistics, for instance. They must take into account what the customer says to the front office machine or machinery or organization. Okay, so this consistency link between back office and front office, very important and quite hard to tackle, depending on the age of your back office sometimes. And the second part of that is a kind of organization or cultural blockers, if you will, that would make some people in companies think that digital is only digital. Okay, that if we do the right thing as far as the website, as the app, as other things are concerned, it will be okay. Whereas digital is like a chain, it has to be solid in every location. Okay, and so culture has to evolve, and so processes have to evolve, organization has to evolve, nearly as fast as this digital, which is going very fast.
Yeah, that's true. And in fact, when you mentioned about this back office and front office, we still need to talk to these people and to talk to these people in the right way. So they have different objectives. They have different ways of working. So we go back to this idea of personalization. If we can talk to this group of people from the back office and to this group of people of the front office, we need to talk to them in a different way. And what we wanted to do is, based on this idea of personalization, is also build communities of success. Mm-hmm. These communities of success, in fact, they share same objectives of success. And instead of going through communities only based on the hierarchic organization of a customer, we talk also to other kind of people. So yes, we'll talk to the sales team, to the marketing team, to the finance team, but also we might need to talk to communities of managers which are cross business units. We might talk to ambassadors which are cross business units. We might talk to project leaders or agencies which are spread around the different countries. So we create this level of communities to talk to every person with the same KPI, with the same objectives, so that they get the relevant information. And another element I wanted to mention is the fact that the blockers is often, as you said, is to talk only about the tool and not to talk about the processes which need to be implemented. Because of course, if you implement a customer experience platform, you need for sure to change the way of working, the processes, the behaviors. So we need to tackle this also. And to do that, our methodology that we have deployed with many customers, and you have seen that, is really to focus on three elements. First, we talk about onboarding, then we talk about user adoption, and then we finalize by performance. And we keep that for a long time. To share an example, if one of our customers was mentioning about working on and pushing for opportunities directly on the platform and to work on forecast. But the data was not there. So the quality of the data was not there. So we asked him to focus first on data quality, and we define objectives linked to data quality. And when we reach data quality, then we move to this performance part. So we need to do that, and maybe some people will work faster than others. We need to take that into account. So some people will take some more time. We need to focus more time and more energy, and the AI engine will focus more energy for them on data quality, and some other will move faster and will go direct to performance. So having said that, let's go to examples, right? Use cases we have seen in real life, because this is a theory, but it's real life. Do you have examples you want to share?
Yes, sure. I like, I could share many examples, but I'd like to quote maybe one or two. There's a customer we have, which is a leader in global mobility. Okay, and they have done a really excellent job of transforming themselves as far as customer experience is concerned in every way, in every department of customer experience, and have really turned their organization in a different direction, which has led to a big improvement in the NPS. The group has improved by 8 points, which is quite a lot when you think about it. And they received some awards, but I mean the thing is that they've had a great project, a great transformation project, and it's a journey. It lasted around 1.5 to 2 years, but it proved some results. Also, I would like to quote an institution which is very important for all of us. It's actually the French institution that manages the blood donation. And it's interesting because, and especially due to the pandemic, the supply of blood, people giving their blood, and it's freely, okay, it's voluntary, has dried up. Due to difficulty to go to the places, etc. And so they put in place a program which is called Innovadon, which developed a lot the easiness to access to locations by making appointments digitally, and the digital appointments have increased by 50%, I think, which is absolutely great, and which shows that also the public sector is very resilient and they can have very good initiatives when it comes to saving people's lives.
Yeah, that's great to hear. It's a fantastic example you're sharing. And by the way, it reminds me that InsideBoard is a company of impact. So what we're looking for is success for companies. So when we see this company, which is so important for us, managing the project, which is success for them, for us, it's getting even more important to work on this project. I want to share also another example on my side is one metalworking company. We have been working for the last few years. And in fact, it's not only a customer experience, it's about also procurement. So now InsideBoard works on different use cases. It can be on CRM topics, procurement, it can be ERP, it can be even cultural transformation. In this case, it's also procurement. And the point was to engage the employees on their project, but not only the employees, it was also the suppliers. So they have 90,000 suppliers, and the point is how to make sure that these 90,000 suppliers work the same way as they expect, use the right processes, also get the feedback, get the right satisfaction from the procurement team. So we worked on that, and definitely it continues because it's a huge project that we want to continue working on. Let's go to another topic, which is, well, BearingPoint has been working with InsideBoard on different projects. So what would you say you expect, or any consulting company expect from InsideBoard on different projects to accelerate this success?
Yes, we do expect a lot of things from your company, but in a nutshell, one of the important aspects of managing a project that you can help with is help to manage the project itself, to get information, to get data about what the team thinks, what people who are being addressed feel, and to get all this data and use it. It gives us a great deal of help in the management of the project, and management means driving towards success, so it's fundamental.
Because data is used by the employees to progress, yes, but data is also used by the project leaders to be able to know what's working, what's not working, to know if one business unit is lagging behind the target, if one country is behind its indicators, so that actions can be taken to be able to help them. The point is how to help everybody, the employees, the structure, the project leaders, the management. Yeah, I hear that. Great. And how would you recommend, what would you recommend to companies which are starting a digital customer experience project to be successful? What would be your key recommendation here?
Concluding point, right?
Oh, yes. Yes? Concluding point.
Okay,
right.
Concluding point. Well, I think every company has already started something. Okay, so I would say you can be either at the beginning or towards the middle or the end of the trip, of the journey. If you're near the beginning, work on consistency. Make sure that you don't invest everything in one aspect and forget the rest. You need to be delivering consistently. That's very important. And if you're towards the end, if you're quite good already in digitization, I'd come back to one of the points we talked about, which is work on personalization. Okay, you can do a lot of things. Try to do a lot of things for a single person or a little group of person. It's the key to getting recognition from your customers.
Yeah, and that's where we see a lot of complementary element between you and us. I mean, it's definitely, we're completely aligned on that. For us, we'd start with the project on the success, to define what is success, because it's a key element. It's not so simple to define for a customer. And then we go to the objectives and the KPI. So we want to measure what is, to be able to measure the different objectives. And when we have done that for the company, we can do that for different teams and then for different individuals. And once we have done that, again, the individuals which have the same objectives of success can be part of a community of success, and then we embark them. So that's the way we work, the way we bring results to our customers, and that's why we are doing that together. We also want to improve also the way we work. So what we want to do here is to give even more capability and agility to our partners, but also to the customers by bringing these communities and also the flexibility in the approach of these indicators. We want to bring autonomy to the partners and to the customers to be able to manage the platform according to different steps of transformation. So that's where we're building an academy, we are building the API, we are building also the different back office to be able to give you all the access to this, and also our methodology. That's for us important to transfer that so that you can also integrate this into your own process. And last but not least, once we work on the first project together, in fact, we want to bring scalability on this project because we want to expand to another country and then to another business unit and then to another project. We see that one of our customers I'm thinking about, which is a car manufacturer, we started 5 years ago on one project. And now we are doing 16 different projects because customers see the value, and that's where we can do that together and expand together on different projects. So that's the way we see it. Thank you all for your attention. We wanted to share our both experiences. I hope you found that interesting. And well, thank you very much and have a good day. Bye-bye.